Then I'll be pretty specific. You cannot videotape and you cannot be on this property.
I'll go get her license.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me?
No. You're not going back on this property.
We never were.
What's your name, Miss Fowler?
I'm Sergeant Fowler.
Sergeant, I'm sorry. Excuse
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
mean any disrespect. Sergeant Fowler.
Any interests? Like, are you trying to figure out if we're not using funds properly, if we have too many vehicles?
Oh, no.
No, I don't get money. What's your name, badge number?
I'm asking you what your name is.
Is that
because I'm
lawful order?
conducting it. Yes, sir. And when law enforcement asks you what your name is, you do at least have to provide that. You don't have to provide any type of identification, but
Georgia Constitution.
Their rights. So, which you cannot do legally, correct?
Infringe on someone's right?
You can't record their information. It's not a secondary crime. I can arrest you based solely on trespassing, sir.
Not for
What starts as a peaceful First Amendment audit outside a Marine Corps Reserve Center in Pasadena quickly turns into a cringeworthy showcase of police ignorance. Watch as public servants, sworn to uphold the Constitution, stumble over basic rights, bark unlawful orders, and get schooled on the spot. They came for intimidation, but they left with a lesson they won't forget. This isn't just an audit, it's a reality check in uniform.
Sir, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you for a minute?
I prefer not to answer questions, thank you.
Okay, well then I'll be pretty specific. You cannot videotape and you cannot be on this property. That's what I'm asking.
Well, we're not on their property, though.
Well, you guys were on his property.
No, we weren't.
We were not on their property.
You have video of
right
that?
here, sir. I saw you.
You saw me on their
I challenge you on that.
Okay. Here's the deal. They
No,
do not
thank you.
want.
I don't want to hear you.
They do not want this
Come on,
facility.
guys.
They do not want to be filmed.
Making sure that we got you on camera too, okay?
Okay.
That's nice. Have a nice day.
Okay, guys, thank you for coming.
What's your name? What's your name, badge number?
What's your name and your badge number, officer?
Okay, thank you, sir.
What's your name and your badge
I'll
number?
go get her
Is it not your
license, sir.
Thank
policy?
you, sir.
Excuse me? Is it
No.
not your
You're not
policy?
going back on this property.
We never were on the property,
You were
ma'am.
right here. I saw you talking.
No,
to
I wasn't.
It was him that was talking to the gentleman.
Ma'am,
What is your name?
I'm not going to identify myself to you.
Okay.
What's your name and your badge number, Sergeant? Gomez, it's being covered, Gomez.
071. Okay.
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Hand up.
Don't say
Have
nothing,
a good day.
Adam. Don't say nothing, Adam.
Adam, please.
No,
don't
tyrant
say anything.
YouTube star.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're filming you as well.
Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Have a nice day, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Let's go get a donut.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
How does it feel that the law puts you in check, man?
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Have a nice day.
You cannot film a federal facility.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, you
It's
want
okay.
to
We have them on
Stop
camera
arguing
too.
with her.
Let's go.
Got 'em on camera.
That's wasting our time with these
Thank you,
cops
sir.
who don't even know the law. Let's
All right,
go.
great. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a great day.
I can
No,
record
you're gonna
everything
leave before I
on
will.
public sidewalk.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's funny how we just take pictures and now you made the story very interesting.
Okay.
Well, it appears as though we are being followed.
How you doing? Good day. Yeah, we got our body cams. Yeah. These guys are illegally filming a federal building, so.
We're not illegally filming a federal building. The First Amendment protects our right to film anything we see in public view.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Getting educated free of charge.
Well, let's see how far they follow us.
You told them exactly what it's like. You're dismissed now. Thank you.
Well, this is probably the most excitement they'll have all day here in the city of Pasadena.
When public officials don't know the law they're sworn to enforce, it's up to we the people to remind them. This audit wasn't about confrontation, it was about accountability. And every refusal to ID, every unlawful detainment, every smirk caught on camera, it becomes evidence. So grab your camera, know your rights, and keep pressing record. Because if we don't stand up, they'll keep stepping over the line. What happens when a simple camera lens meets a badge and a uniform? In this quiet visit to the Asheville Police Department, one citizen journalist puts the First Amendment to the test, armed with nothing more than a calm voice, a camera, and a deep respect for civil liberties. As officers approach and questions start flying, the tension between public accountability and personal feelings begins to take shape. But will reason win over authority? Stick around and decide for yourself.
Oh, I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you, though.
Why are you taking pictures of this real
I like them.
Well, no, you're full of baloney. So,
I like them. That's why I'm taking
do you
them.
have any idea
I do, but I'm not showing it. I'm sorry.
why are you not showing?
Because it's my right to my privacy, ma'am.
Well, why are you taking pictures of our patrol?
Because I like the patrol cars. What's your name, Miss Fowler?
I'm Sergeant Fowler.
Sergeant, I'm sorry, excuse me,
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
mean any disrespect, Sergeant Fowler. I like the cars, that's all.
Well, and I know that's not true. There are some issues.
Are you inside
with-
my brain?
I know that there are some issues with officer safety when there's no reason for you to take pictures of the patrol cars.
Can I level with you?
Yes, sir.
Officer safety doesn't trump the Constitution. The Constitution says I can do this.
You are correct.
Yes, ma'am.
You are correct on
Thank
that.
you. If I need help, I know where the front door is. I'll go in and extra help. Thank you, though. Is this your vehicle here?
Yes, sir.
It's a nice vehicle, man. 26223. That's interesting. And all these vehicles parked down the hill, are they still in use? They are? Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you also call in suspicious? It's not a felony nor misdemeanor. Call that in too, please.
So can you tell me why? Besides the fact that you just like taking pictures?
I'm a journalist, ma'am. I'm a journalist. And I don't have any press credentials because the state doesn't issue them. I can make them myself, which doesn't make them legal or valid. I'm a journalist. That's what I do. I go around, I travel, take pictures of federal and government buildings, police to police, and make sure y'all aren't doing anything y'all aren't supposed to do. That's all.
And is there any reason, are you going to post this on Facebook or anything like that?
All
Is it to
everywhere.
harm law enforcement at all or anything like that? No?
I don't wish harm upon anybody. Not at all.
Well, and that's our main concern is we just want to make sure that we're safe and that you're safe.
Oh yeah,
So-
absolutely. Yeah, I don't mean any harm, any ill will, any ill intent. I just go around taking pictures. That's all I do. Take pictures, take videos, post them on my blog, Facebook, just stuff like that. That's all I do.
Is there any interest? Like, are you trying to figure out if we're not using funds properly, if we have too many vehicles?
Oh,
if
no.
we're doing anything
I
like
mean,
that?
I would like to know where my tax dollars are going, but I mean, other than that, I don't. Again, I'm not here to pester you about anything or any other officer. But I mean, this is a protected activity by the Constitution, and I didn't expect this barrage of officers.
Well, I mean, this is our headquarters.
And
you know
I
that.
understand it's your headquarters, and I get y'all asking questions. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. Just taking pictures and videos and get some shots of the cars down here, down the hill, and I go into the courthouse next, and I'll be on my way.
But you do understand our concern as well.
I mean,
it is funny that somebody comes and takes pictures of our patrol cars. It's not a normal everyday thing.
it's not. I mean, but again, I mean, it's completely legal at the end of the day, and that's just just all I'm doing.
You're correct.
Yes.
And that's all, just a honest conversation is all I'm asking. And
I understand.
for you
Yeah.
not to-
And again, I respect that because a lot of officers, they try to impede on this right, and they throw that suspicion word out, and they try to stop you from doing it just because they personally don't like it. But like I tell them, America's ran off the law of the land and not personal feelings. And personal feelings are subjective to change. So you can't tell me that I can't do this just because you personally don't like it. And that's kind of my breaking point with police officers. They try to put their personal feelings above my constitutional rights, and I just don't agree to it. But outside of that, that's really all I'm doing.
Okay.
Just take pictures and videos. That's all.
Okay. As long as you don't mean us any harm. Or
Oh no,
anything
ma'am,
like
not
that.
at all, not at all. Absolutely, not
You
at all.
have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. You as well. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
This encounter reminds us, rights don't vanish just because someone in uniform feels uncomfortable. Public photography is not a threat, it's a tool of accountability. When citizens stand firm and stay respectful, it becomes clear who really understands the Constitution. Next time you're approached for simply exercising your rights, remember, you don't owe fear, you owe yourself the truth. What starts as simple photography on public property quickly spirals into a confrontational circus starring multiple female officers who seem more offended by a camera than by actual threats. In this video, we witness the all-too-common scenario, lawful citizens flexing their rights, while cops fumble, threaten, and try every trick in the book to demand ID without cause. Get ready to see who really knows the law.
This ain't public property?
No, sir.
Ron White said it was.
It's not.
Okay, well, I'll leave then.
All right, got your information. I'm going to do a field interview on you.
Well, unless I've broken the crime, I can't give you that.
Well, actually, sir, I'm just trying to make sure that they knew who was on the property.
Ron White knows.
Ron White,
Mhm.
want to call him for me?
He's right over here. Come on. Not him.
All right.
This guy assaulted him too, but I don't...
I told him don't film me, and he been doing it.
Let me go over here Ron. He said that Ron told him he was fine.
Yep. So you need.
Sir, you know.
You can't film me.
Y'all gonna teach him something?
I'm me. You can't film me.
Don't hit me again now. Oh, Lisa's here. Unless you want me to show him that. I don't want to lock you up and get expired. Matter. Well, you know what? Okay.
No, what'd you say? You said, you know what? I said, what?
What did he say I did?
He said this is private property. He just wants you to leave.
Okay, is he allowed to touch me since he's one of your guys?
I didn't say he was one of our guys.
This is
I said he's one of the guys here that does more than
Well, I
you
know
are.
what he does. Believe it or not, I worked next door for 10 years. So don't think I'm here because I'm for my health.
Where they at?
He was right out there. But after we went inside, Ron gave me complete permission.
So whenever he gets back, tell him he needs to call us and tell us that it's fine.
Well, I'm
Like
gonna
I said,
leave.
this is-
Matter of fact, I'm headed out. I was headed out now. Only reason I
Oh,
stayed.
here we go.
Hey, Ron, they said I couldn't be
Did
here.
you
I was
give
just.
him permission to be walking around here filming?
I took him back here after all this commotion came out first.
And I was leaving.
So is he allowed to be here? Because it's in public property. He said that you told him it was.
Well, it's public property, but you have to have business here, okay? It's not something you just walk in and start taking pictures. You didn't ask permission. You
Right.
just started. It's just normal courtesy.
Well, courtesy, but I understand that. But you know, but it's not law, so that's
Okay,
what
so
I.
he didn't tell you that it was okay. All right, so if you would go
Wait a
ahead
minute,
and
you
leave.
didn't say it was okay?
It was okay after all this commotion.
Right, but he told me to stay.
Well, I took him over here and he took.
Yeah, we did
So
what
is he
fucking.
leaving or staying?
Huh?
Is he leaving or staying?
Oh, I was leaving. He don't have to
He's
say that.
leaving?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
All right, have a good
Okay,
day, sir.
thank you. Y'all have a good day.
What is
What
your
was your name? No, I don't give my name. What's your name,
Sir,
badge number?
I'm asking you what your name is.
that
because I'm
lawful order?
conducting it. Yes, sir.
Am I being detained?
You can be if you'd like.
Y'all have a good day.
What is your name, sir?
I don't give my name out unless I have to.
And when law enforcement asks you what your name is, you do at least have to provide that. You don't have to provide any type of identification, but
Georgia Constitution Media.
Here, I'll go ahead and call a supervisor. for you
Okay,
to talk to
yeah,
us
that'd be
about
great.
here.
Is it B40?
2101 dispatch. Can I get a supervisor to my location, please?
What was your name, badge number? I know you had to give that too. I know
My
that
name is
now.
Deputy Justice.
Thank
We don't
you.
have badge numbers. We have computer numbers, and mine is C025.
Well, thank you. Very nice. What was yours? Deputy Clark. Clark, okay. You've been very nice. How long you been with Richmond County? About 2 years now. Okay, that's nice. You want me to walk to the road? Or
Oh, no, so we're going to wait at my car for the supervisor to get here.
Okay. Not being detained?
You can be if you'd like to be, but right now I just need your information. Now
Well,
you'd like the supervisor.
I'm going back to work.
So can I get your information, please,
Nope.
sir?
Nope.
Right now you're committing disorderly conduct.
I don't think that's true. You need to be careful when you say that.
I see the camera. Mine's running just as well. It's okay.
Disorderly conduct.
Sir?
Oh, I was talking to my. You're
Oh,
live
okay.
on the internet.
Okay. All right, well, do me a favor then. Since you no longer want the supervisor, don't be back on their property, okay?
You got it, ma'am. Have a good day. And you be careful. Hey, listen, you be careful.
What starts as simple photography on public property quickly spirals into a confrontational circus starring multiple female officers who seem more offended by a camera than by actual threats. In this video, we witness the all-too-common scenario, lawful citizens flexing their rights, while cops fumble, threaten, and try every trick in the book to demand ID without cause. Get ready to see who really knows the law. Imagine walking into a public building, lawfully exercising your First Amendment rights, only to be told you can't record here. Not once, but again and again, without a single law to back it up. In this video, we follow an auditor who challenges the system, exposes their ignorance, and refuses to back down when faced with phony rules and power trips. What happens when policy collides with constitutional rights?
Man.
Too bad. So I understand you're a First Amendment auditor?
Yeah, I was trying to explain to this young man what I came in to do today was first thing we tried to come in and do was exercise our rights to just to record in public, making no efforts to go past anything restricted, and to fill out a public records request. For both of those are guaranteed rights.
Okay.
So, and I was trying to explain it to him. I'm not sure if he's familiar with it, but
So
that's why we're here.
You weren't in a specific room though?
Oh, absolutely not. They're right now, literally in the lobby. Even the young lady that's at the desk there that just helped me with my request.
Sure.
I spoke to her. No, you know, there's no expectation to privacy in public, but I can understand past a restricted door.
Okay.
Just in the lobby.
I'm happy to show you where the signs are.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to show him the signs. But even still, like I said, those signs are just signs. They're not enforceable. Not enforceable. There's no laws attached. So it's basically a suggestion. So.
We'll just let it. Okay. We can't really. No, I understand. Remove it from here. I understand. You got it posted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir.
I just heard a little bit of what you said. I mean, I got a rebuttal for that, but I'm gonna let you speak though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they got it posted, because they do have patients in that go in there, so there's some patient confidentiality in that.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but the only thing is about this sign. The sign legally is like it's like a suggestion. That's why you don't see any codes or laws and statutes attached to it. Kind of like when you first walked in here, you see those signs about no firearms.
Right.
Bringing a firearm in, you're actually violating a statute. Recording, we have a right to do it. So that's the only thing. And then there's no confidential information in the lobby, only behind that door.
So it's kind of like going to the doctor, though. You know, you don't want to have your info like just put out there. So
that's why there's no info in the lobby right here. It's in the back. It's in the back.
No, I get that. But if they're calling people back there and that, you know.
Yeah, I understand that.
You don't want to be standing there, right? I wouldn't want someone yelling my name saying, "Hey, we're back." You know.
Of course, that's why I stay in the publicly accessible area, not in the private area. You have two areas: public and private.
There could be people that also are volunteering to get help at this place, and seeing a camera might make them feel like if it's recorded that they might not want to go get that help anymore.
Hey, I understand what you're saying, Spade, but look, we're talking about rights at this point. We're not talking about feelings. You're explaining how someone may feel, and I'm explaining to you about a right that's guaranteed by the Constitution. Now, if they're going to infringe on that right today, then that's another thing. We'll follow up and litigate this thing in court. I'm wishing and praying that Rock County Sheriff doesn't aid them in trying to infringe on my rights today. I know precisely what I'm doing. I do this all over the country.
Sure.
I just want to be able to come in, exercise my rights, and keep it moving.
Right. Yeah. Nobody's saying that you can't film like in the public lobby here.
It's
just where they got that. They're just asking that you're not in there.
I understand he's asking, but I can respectfully decline because I have a right to do it. That's just like saying we don't want you to come in and wear black today. Well, I have a right to do it though. You get what I'm saying? There's no laws or statutes against me recording in that lobby at all. So.
Oh, yeah, they're just asking that you stay out of there.
Well, I've definitely got to go back in. Like I said, I'm filling out my public records request. I'm going to document. The Supreme Court has already ruled time, place, and manner on these things. And we have a right to film public officials in the course of their duties. That's what they are. I mean, the Supreme Court has ruled this. So that's all we want to be able to do. We just want to be able to do it unbothered. And you guys, respectfully, you guys swore an oath to the Constitution to uphold our rights. It's kind of like if you're getting ready to arrest someone, right? You pull out that card, that Miranda card. You know how you guys read everybody's their rights? You guys stick and stand by that. The same thing with these rights. You got to do the same thing. You just got to.
Like I'm just explaining though is if they got people that are coming in there like clients and that,
yeah.
If they're giving names and that out,
right?
More than likely the clients aren't going to want their names broadcast. That's their concern.
And to be perfectly honest with you, no client said absolutely anything to me. It was just the personnel. But even if that was the case, it's still no expectation to privacy in public. So in order for them to want privacy, they have to create it. You can't trample on my rights for someone's feelings. You just can't do it. I mean, you can, then that's a whole nother issue. But that's not what we're trying to do today. I just, like I said, I want to fill out my public records request, get me a copy from this young lady, and we good to go.
Where'd you get that form from?
That young lady right there at the desk.
So you just want to fill your form out?
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I was doing it right when you guys walked in. So yeah, I'm going to get that and like I say, get a copy from her and. Like she's been beautiful and helpful all this whole entire time. Didn't say absolutely anything about the camera because she obviously knows about the rights we have. It's just this guy doesn't. So.
You just want to hang out first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your name and badge number? We're deputy.
Deputy.
I appreciate it, man.
So what's going on today? I just kind of walked up.
Just coming in, exercising rights. kind of like what I'm doing now, standing in a publicly accessible area, making sure not to go past anything restricted. He has a kind of an issue with that, but I tried to explain it to him like I was explaining to these officers, you guys, peacefully about the rights that we do have.
Who has the issue?
Him right there. He's talking to your partners. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and not gonna, because he's basically pointing out this sign. As you can see, it's a sign on the door that says photography and taping prohibited.
Yeah.
I understand you have a sign, but it's not enforceable by law. That's why there's no statutes or laws attached to it. It's kind of like a suggestion. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It's not a private business, because then it would make more sense.
Yeah.
You know, this is it's public property.
I got you.
I know you guys probably deal with this all the time. People record y'all all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, recordings go both ways.
Exactly. When I first came into the other entrance over there, it was even signs up there saying about recording and stuff, but no one said anything because, like I said, people. I understand people feel a certain way. It's kind of like you, officer. You got your body cameras on, right?
Yep.
Even if I feel like I don't want you to record me, you got to keep it on, right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
so you said you've been all over the United States. Doing that. Anywhere cool? Anywhere like big cities or anything? Or?
We went to last year we went to Atlanta.
Okay.
We did Atlanta. A couple months ago we did the state of Iowa.
Okay.
We was in Indiana. Just starting really now to move around. I usually do a lot of Illinois.
Okay.
I do a lot of Illinois.
Are you originally from Illinois then? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of Illinois, man. But I'm starting to venture out, you know, because it is what it is, man. You know, our rights is the last thing we got, man.
Yeah, I got you.
That's the last thing we got. So,
absolutely.
You know, so. I've been out here a couple of times too, though, in Wisconsin, man. You know, Wisconsin's been kind of, it's been kind of fair for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's kind of like this state. A lot of people are kind of more jolly. And Illinois is a little bit rougher, man. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys have like I guess like a YouTube handle or what is
it? Yeah, a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
It's all about education, man. Spreading awareness, transparency, keeping everybody honest. You know, public officials. Like I say, some officers come in, or even some of the personnel, like the young lady and the man that works here. Sometimes they honor it, you know. Sometimes they don't, you know. But like I said, it's good and bad and everything. So I don't hold it to nobody, you know. Like I don't hold any grudges about it. It's just want to get down to the root of it being all right, you know. As long as that's understood, we good to go. You know Okay, there's the other two deputies there. Yeah, this guy, he's closing the door now. Can't lock it though because it's public property, but we definitely got to go back in and finish the business that we need to do. So it is what it is. Let's see y'all, stay tuned.
How you doing, sir?
All right.
Okay, so again, I'm Deputy Barr, and I know you're gonna ask my employee numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, so I can make that easy for you. So to make sure we're not doing anything against what you're asking, I actually called our corporation counsel.
Okay.
Spoke with them.
Okay.
They said as long as those doors are closed and they put a note up for right now, they don't want anybody in there, that's fine. If you have any questions regarding that, you can call the corporation counsel.
So, hold on, let me get this right. So corporation counsel said that they don't want anybody inside of behavioral health services to receive services.
No, that's incorrect. No.
Oh, okay, because I'm confused.
They just don't want anyone filming or anything of that nature.
Right. So even if they don't, it's still a right that we have. You get what I'm saying?
Right, and that's why I'm saying if you have any questions regarding that, I just want to direct you to our corporation counsel because that's who I directly spoke with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't have any questions. Okay. I don't have any questions at all about that because I know what we can do.
Right, and that's why I said we don't want to tick you off in any way, shape, or form.
Oh no, I'm never going to get ticked off.
No, I just want to make sure that you knew that's what we did on our end.
Right.
So this came from the county's legal counsel.
Right. So who you probably should have contacted probably was like a higher up at the actual sheriff's office, because then they would know. You guys are law enforcement.
Correct.
Legal counsel they probably just interpret But they should know that we have a First Amendment right to record. So if they told you something about not wanting somebody to do it, that's still an infringement. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, they just don't want you inside there. And like I said, I can give you the corporation counsel's number.
No, I don't need it. No, because I'm definitely going to go back in. I got to. Like I said, I got official business here. You know.
Well, if you got to fill that out and drop it off, just don't film in there, okay?
Well, I got to. I document everything when I come into contact with government, and this is a right. So I'm not going to allow it to be infringed upon. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, if you guys got to, you might have to call a commander, man, because it seems like you guys are unsure on what to do.
Well, no. Well, if you go back in there after they posted that, and you're filming.
Well, they can't just post something because, like, as of today, since I'm here exercising rights today, that would have to go up to the chain, and it would have to be approved by a committee and everything. You just can't post a piece of paper today because I'm here today.
Well, like I'm saying, that's why I spoke to the corporation counsel, sir.
Right. But okay, so you're saying this is what you're saying in all reality. Let me just get this out, because it's going to be a long, drawn out day. You're saying that I can go back in there and do the business that I need to do, as long as I'm not recording.
Correct.
And that's what counsel is saying.
Correct.
Okay.
As long as you're not recording, you are fine.
As long as I'm not recording. So what sign is it that says that? Because you said with those signs, you talking about that sign right there? Yeah. That says no public access. Right. It don't say nothing about recording.
So
I'm confused.
But once you get inside, it says there's no recording. There's signs right in the side.
Right, but it's not against the law to record.
So, but what they're saying is they don't want you recording in there.
Okay, but I'm going to. I'm going to be honest. If I go back in there recording, then what?
You'll probably get a citation for trespassing, and we're going to escort you off.
So I'm going to be threatened with trespass and or possibly arrest if I exercise my right. Are you saying that on camera?
Well, more than likely, because we've already asked you not to go in there after we've gone through our corporation counsel, you could be cited for it, yes.
I understand what you're saying, Deputy. I'm just trying to get this under, I'm just trying to make sure, because at this point, it's going to look like to the judge that you guys are aiding this entity and violating my rights today. It's bigger. It's going to be bigger than that when you get in front of a deposition and have to give your account on why did you violate my rights today. I'm just trying to make sure. That's why I said maybe you should call a commander.
And that's why I ran it up our corporation counsel, sir.
But they have no authority. They have no authority. You guys have the authority. Law enforcement. You see what I'm saying? Don't let somebody push you into a bad situation, Deputy.
No, because that's what we always go through for any legal questions that we have.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I request a commander, someone of a higher authority from the Sheriff's Department. Just to make sure, man. I mean,
709, our individual's asking for sergeant to come down.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're going to be threatened with arrest, man, that's going to be a direct violation, and we just litigate this, man, and everybody's involved.
Did they go through? I don't have to keep calling you. Hey, man, do you have a first name I at least can call you by?
Just like I was telling him, sir. Sir is great. Sir is great. Just like if you met somebody at Jewel Osco, you'll say, sir. Sir is okay. But you was going to say something, though?
Yeah, I prefer to call people by their first name, so I have nothing to say, man.
I understand. It's cool. So we're still waiting for the sergeant to come down, man. And then how does it rank at the guys, the sheriff's office? The commanders as well?
So it's line staff, sergeants, captain.
Okay. Oh, captain, okay. No commanders, though, and deputy chiefs and chiefs. Well, of course it is. Yeah. It's the head sheriff. Right, for sure. Okay. Well, we were trying to see, man. Just want to, like I say, we just want to be able to exercise our rights, man. Unmolested, man. Trust me, I do this all over, man. You know, I'm gonna give you a real quick situation of what occurred one day where I was kind of doing the same thing at a health department like this, and sergeants came out and they told me the same thing. Look, sir, if you go back in there and record, you're going to be arrested. We filed our complaints all the way up. And then, the sergeant ended up getting in trouble. The chief of police came down on him. But, and I can understand why. It's because at that moment, the sergeant feels like he has the authority to tell anybody what to do. But I'm trying to explain it to him peacefully that it's going to come down on the department, and they ignore it.
Right, like you're doing right now.
And you guys are kind of ignoring it. You get what I'm saying?
I wasn't ever ignoring it. I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't just making stuff up, that I did make phone calls. That's all I was trying to let you know.
I understand. He had already told me that you was on the phone with him.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to blow smoke up your rear end or anything like that.
I feel you.
Make sure.
I feel you.
We're
I feel you. But like I said, at the end of the day, Deputy, you got an oath to uphold, man. You know how you'll make your department look, man, if you did the right thing today. And then I said, maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know that we have a right to record in public. Maybe you don't. And if you don't, then that would make sense. But if you do know, and you're still trying to, enforce their feelings, man, that's disgusting. I'm just being perfectly honest. It don't look right, man. You're making the department look bad, man. You too, Spade. I can tell you don't even want to be here. You ready to go. You huffing and puffing, man. I'm telling you, you ready to go. You ready to go have some lunch or something, right? Or you ready to hit Arby's up or something, man. That's your favorite, huh? Right now, you thinking about your favorite restaurant. You didn't even pay attention to what's going on. Too much, huh?
Too much carbs.
Too much carbs. Okay. So we're just still waiting for the sergeant to come out, man. We'll see what's going on, man. We'll go from there, man. Make sure I stay tuned.
Did you want to speak with me?
Yeah, what's going on, Sarge?
How are you doing, man? What's your name?
Man, you call me sir. They've been asking me the same question all day. It's all good, though.
Not even like Mike, Bill, Bob?
You know what? Just call me great guy, because I am one.
Great
I am one.
I thought you said Greg for a second.
Oh, no. Thing is, right, Sarge, obviously they've informed you on everything that's been going on today in terms of me being here. So we're now, right, we're at the point of I have official business at this entity, which is a public entity. Mm-hmm. I've made no efforts to go inside anything restricted, to stand in publicly accessible areas, kind of like this hallway and the lobby inside of there. I need to fill out a public records request form, which I'm getting ready to do. But my rights are seeming like they're getting ready to be infringed upon. And I don't want the sheriff's office to aid this entity in doing so. I know exactly what I'm doing. I do this all over the country. I'm just trying to come to some type of, solution where my rights won't be trampled upon.
Mm-hmm. And you understand why you can't record in that area, right?
I don't understand.
Okay, it is a area where there's sensitive information and other people's health information, and that's why it's not able to be recorded in there, because you are infringing on their rights.
So,
which you cannot do legally, correct?
Infringe on someone's right?
You can't record their information.
And that's not what I will do. And that's not what I was doing.
That's why they have it there, because there is information out. Did you? I don't know.
Right.
You'd have to tell me, did you?
Of course not.
So that's why they ask you to not record in there.
Right.
And when they ask you to leave while you're recording in there, there is something you need to do.
Okay, so my thing is, if they have private and sensitive information, the Supreme Court has already ruled that there's no expectation to privacy in public. So they will have to create their privacy. Standing in the lobby is an open lobby to the public. Anything behind those doors is private. If I went back there and recorded someone's room, then I'm in the wrong.
Well, what I was told is you stuck your camera through a window that was private area, and that infringes upon that.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm just telling you what I was told.
I've been standing in public accessible areas the entire time.
Sure.
But my thing is, I've got to go back in there because I have official business.
Mm-hmm.
When I fill out my public records request form and get a copy from the young lady that's been helping me all day, I'm still going to be recording because I have a right to do it.
So I'm going to tell you this, like we said before, you can't go through the door and record, okay? If you do that, I agree with them, you will be arrested.
For what? What crime?
For trespassing where you're not allowed to.
So trespassing is a secondary crime.
You may not go in there while recording. Okay?
I know that, but I'm saying trespassing is a secondary crime. What's the first one?
It's not a secondary crime. I can arrest you based solely on trespassing, sir.
Not for minus a crime. You can't. Not on public property. On private property, you can. Not public property. I would have to commit a crime.
They have the right to tell you to leave.
Not for exercising rights, Sergeant. You're wrong.
It's the fact that you're infringing on others.
I'm not, though. And you guys swore to uphold the Constitution.
That is your word versus their word, right? Because that's what they tell me, and you tell me differently. So I can't tell you if you are infringing on somebody's rights unless I go in there and investigate it. I don't know. But the reason they have it posted is so you don't.
Okay, so just like you have another sign posted at the front of this building about a gun. Mm-hmm. If you bring a gun in here, they're not pertaining to you guys, but if I brought a gun in here, I'll be in violation of that statute.
Correct.
There's no statutes or laws connected to that sign. It's not enforceable by law, sir. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not enforceable. You swore an oath, right? Why are you guys are not upholding my rights today?
Nobody has done anything to
Well, I'm being
trample
threatened.
on your rights.
I'm being threatened with arrest if I continue to exercise my rights, and you're doing it on camera.
There's the sign. No public access. So if you go back through at this point while recording, you will be arrested. Do you understand that?
So I can't do this then. So I can't.
You can go back in there, not while recording.
That's not what that sign say, though, sir.
Right up to the front desk with it. They'll take care of you.
I gotta go back in there, man.
They'll take care of you.
No. Well, that's behavioral health as well.
The front desk ladies can get you anything they need. Anything you need, excuse me.
Man, I got, sorry.
At that point, if that's what they're requesting, they have the right to do that. Just like you have the right to record in the lobby, man.
That's exactly right. So if I have a right, then why y'all trampling on them today?
You're fine out here. Nobody's said a word about you
I'm
out
fine
here.
inside of there. That's public
Not
property.
anymore.
Why not?
They just posted and said you can't.
You can't do that, sorry. You know what that sign? That has to be like goes up to a committee and everything. You can't just post something today because then that's discrimination against the camera, sir. We're talking about rights at this point, not any feelings or policies. And you guys are law enforcement. You're supposed to be enforcing the law right now. Mm-hmm. But you're trying to infringe and aid them in infringing. So you should. Can y'all call another commander? I need to speak to somebody of a higher authority.
Sorry, man.
I got to.
Sorry.
So you're not going to do it. You're not going to call someone, even though that's part of your policy to do so.
If you want to call the sheriff's department and speak to somebody, you're more than welcome to.
No, I'm just asking for someone to be dispatched.
I will happily write down the information for you, and you can call anybody you want up there.
No, I don't want to call them. I just want someone to be dispatched here, someone with a higher authority that can help me rectify
I'm the
these
only one on
violations.
control today that is the higher authority.
No captains, no commanders, or anything. So if
I have no idea if they're available.
Well, can you see?
They don't work patrol.
Can you see?
So you can call them and try to arrange a time to talk with them. Absolutely.
Well, I'm here now. I got a business to conduct. I mean, if I'm being threatened with arrest today, so I need someone here to help rectify that.
I'm sorry.
You're not willing to
do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, because I would love a commander to come here to help me.
Okay. Do you have any questions I can answer that I haven't given you an answer to?
Well, this is what we're going to do. I'm glad you brought it up like that. We're just going to be done with this like this.
I don't want to beat around the bush. That's all.
We're going to be direct. It's going to be beautiful. If I can fill out the rest of this, right?
Yeah.
But if I go back in there and turn it in and exercise my right to record, I'll be arrested.
That's where they're at. Yeah, man.
Now I'm asking.
Yep.
Okay. So okay, we got it documented that you're admitting on camera that you will arrest me for exercising a right. Like I told these officers, you're going to wind up in front of a judge at a deposition, and you're going to have to give an account on why did you infringe on my rights today. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. I understand y'all tough about it today because it's today, and we're not there yet. But your guys' mannerisms will change in front of your honor.
It goes both ways, right?
I'm gonna be all good. I know exactly what I'm doing. I got over 300 videos of the same stuff. I've been through this. I've been illegally trespassed and threatened before, and we go all the way up to the chain of thought.
So can I ask you a question then?
For sure.
So why do you keep doing it? What's the what are you like? What are we trying to do? Like, what's the goal here?
So it's about education. At the end of the day, it's about educating people that don't know they have these rights. Some people don't know. Some people do.
Sure.
Some sheriff departments and police officers come out and honor their oath. Some don't. Some come enforce feelings. Some come enforce the law. It's good and bad and everything, man.
Well, hey.
We was wishing and praying. That wasn't it for Rocky County.
Whether you're getting your food at McDonald's or you're going to the doctor and everything in between, you have good and bad workers, right?
You do. You do. These officers was just bringing up how some people, when they come encounter with y'all with these, cuss you guys out. I understand. I don't do that. So, but
how do we cuss you out, man?
No, y'all didn't cuss me out either. No. But y'all didn't honor the oath today, though. I'm going to be perfectly honest. You didn't honor your oath today.
Sorry you feel that way?
It's true.
Do you want any phone numbers to try to call?
No,
I'll definitely provide those to you.
No, it's cool. What I'll do is I'll just go to the Rock County Sheriff. Is it close?
10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes? Okay.
Yeah. Construction going on, so it takes a little time to get up.
Give or take. Okay, cool. No, so I'll just go to the Sheriff's Department and just file complaints, and then we'll just go from there like I always do.
Sounds good, man. You know how to get there? Do you need me?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm GPS it. I know it's probably right up the street somewhere. For sure.
Offer if I can help.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, man.
All right.
Be safe.
For sure. You guys too. All right. So that's how that cookie's going to crumble today, man. The sergeant came. He wasn't of no help. All four of these officers obviously didn't honor their oath today, which is cool. And see, it's all about chess moves, man. It's all about chess moves. That's why you ask. That's why you ask certain questions. That's why you ask certain questions directly while they're on camera.
At the end of the day, this isn't just about holding a camera, it's about holding the line. Public servants swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, not personal preferences or corporate policies. If you're ever told to stop filming in a public space, ask for the law, not the feelings. Know your rights, stand firm, and document everything. Because tyranny thrives where silence begins.